How's it going, everyone? So welcome to Double Pebble. Today we are going to be looking at another center defender. Today we are going to be looking at 10U Rio Ferdinand. Now for those who don't know, Rio Ferdinand has already retired and he is currently a limited player in the game, which means that you are not able to open him from packs anymore. The only way you can obtain him is from the market. Alright, so let's now take a look at his stats. So 10U Ferdinand, I actually got him and used him extensively before I changed to my World Best team. I got him in fact before the Impact Engine update, which means that he was about, I think, about 15 to 20 million then. Currently his price is pretty crazy, and that's because of his limited status. But nonetheless, let's first analyze his stats first. So this version of Ferdinand is not excessively quick, unlike the World Best version. His sprint is only 74. It's got good strength, 83. Jump is good as well, 82, taking into account that his height is 192, which is very tall for defenders. And many of you would have known that I like tall center backs. And his sliding tackle is decent, 84. Ball control is as expected for center backs. It's a bit low at 70. Good thing is his marking and tacklings are all quite high, 87. And heading is good as well, 85. Interception is slightly low, 80. Reaction is 83, which is slightly above average, I would say. And then aggression is 85, which is not bad already for a center back. And some other things I want to highlight is his balance. So balance is important for all players, in fact, to not fall down easily from any sort of physical contact. And then the next thing that we want to be talking about is his positioning. Now maybe just let me take this opportunity to just clear some doubts regarding positioning. So a lot of you have been asking me about positioning for defenders. Now I've done a fair bit of research on this over on the internet, and I found that many people, I don't know, experts or pros mention and says that for defenders you don't actually need positioning because of the fact that most of the time they would be tagged to an attacker to mark. So what this guru says is that for defenders, positioning is actually the marking stats. So for defenders, you look at marking, and then for attackers, you look at positioning. Okay? Now my own interpretation is that positioning plays a little bit of a small little part in a defender, in the sense that when, let's say, you are deep in your own half, you are deep in opponent's half, and then they decided to launch a quick counter, which means to say that there's not a lot of attacker to mark. Your defenders kind of know how to stand and position themselves to prevent the high through. I don't know, because that's just what I found out because of my John Terry and my Vidic. Both of them have very high positioning, and it seems to be pretty impossible to hide through them most of the time. So I'm not sure whether there's positioning. That's what I feel. So for those who know more about positioning for defenders, you can comment below and then we can discuss this further. Alright, now his traits is he's got 5 basic traits, which are the 5 most important basic traits for defenders. Every good defender, center back, must have these 5. Okay, defending master, tackle master, area control, tactician, and tanker. These are the 5 most important ones. And luckily he's got power header as well, and injury prone is not really important, so don't have to worry about that. Lastly is his work rate. His defensive work rate is just 2. I've mentioned many times I prefer high work rate for defenders, high defensive work rate, but I can't seem to find any direct impact between mid and high defensive work rate, so maybe that's not really significant. Alright, so as mentioned, the price is ridiculous now. He's currently 167 million. His average is 122 million, so that is very expensive. I'll comment later whether I think he's worth it, but I guess you guys know the answer. So anyway, let's go to the in-game analysis right now. Okay, so now into the in-game analysis, the first thing is his three important traits, okay? His height, his jump, and his heading, which means that these three will help him to win a lot of aerial battles, which is super important for centre backs, be it from goal kicks, from high through balls, from crosses. He's able to win a lot of high balls. And the next thing is his tackling. Now I've used him for about 20 games together with Smalling, which I had a lot of problems with using with. His tackling is solid AF, okay, really solid. And I seem to find that his body is really hard as well, in the sense that, you know, when he tackles or when the opponent butts into him, he doesn't really budge. He's just like a piece of pillar, a pillar over there, alright? Probably due to his decent balance. His balance is 80, so all in all, it makes him a very solid kind of defender, okay? Marking is also very good, and he seemed to have a very good anticipation to intercept balls. Now I know his interception stats is not very good, but he does intercept pretty much in the game, okay? So another thing is his aggression. So he is one of the higher aggression defenders, which means to say that against attackers, especially small sized attackers like Messi and stuff, he can easily outmuscle them with his roughness, so to speak. So for those who don't know what is aggression, it's basically how rough a player is. Like David Luiz is extremely rough, okay? And then some defenders are more cultured, who have low to mid aggression, so they are less robust in their tackle. But Ferdinand is pretty robust, okay? Now let's quickly move on to weaknesses. The first weakness is obviously his lack of pace. Now this is not the fastest version of Ferdinand. The fastest one is obviously the world best version, but I've mentioned many times the lack of pace or pace itself is not really important for me for defenders, because of the fact that they are pretty deep already and I seldom use them to press. So, but it really depends on you, you know. If you are the type that presses a lot, maybe Ferdinand's pace will be a hindrance for you. So for those who like to press when they are defending, you might want to reconsider or consider carefully when you want to buy Ferdinand, because his pace is pretty much like Hammers, like Terry, like Vidic. That's that level of defender, okay? And then the next thing is his work rate. So I've said just now that the work rate is not ideal, but in game it's not really obvious that his work rate is just 2, in the sense that he's less defensive. No, he's still as defensive, okay? So overall, I would rate 10U Rio Ferdinand an 8 out of 10, because he is, to me, one of the best defenders in the game. Not the best, but I would say pretty close to the top echelon already, okay? There are in fact better options out there at a fraction of the price. At 167 million, he is definitely not worth it. Definitely no, okay? The price is inflated because of his limited status and not because of his overall performance. His overall performance is probably in the 50-60 million range, okay? I got him at 20 million long time ago, but definitely not worth 167 million. So if you are looking for defenders, please do not buy him at this price, alright? So with that, I hope you guys enjoy these review videos. Once again, I would like to thank all of you for supporting my work and supporting my channel. And don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, give them a thumbs up, comment below, and share this video, and I will see you next time.